Hey guys, welcome back. I'm top music attorney, Miss Krystle, and I'm excited for today's video. I'm giving you a real music lawyer's reaction to Tom MacDonald's music video, The Music Industry. This video, the topic, the lyrics all hit home for me, why I started this YouTube channel, so I'm excited to cover this one. So with that being said, let's get into it. Hi guys, I'm top music attorney, Miss Krystle. I'm an entertainment attorney, public speaker, and creator of the Top Music Attorney School for artists and record labels. I'm the owner of Dukes Up Records, and most importantly, I'm an independent artist. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on those bell notifications so you don't miss my weekly videos giving you my best tips on the music business, industry news updates, and teaching you how to stay legally protected.
Let's go.
Look at all the rappers that the game's killed. Record labels making billions, why can't artists even pay bills? You get taken advantage of if you take deals. They're the devil, ain't no angels in the outfield.
You get taken advantage of if you take deals, right? So he's making this broad statement about the music industry that you're going to be taken advantage of no matter what. Now, there's no question that in the music business, it's absolutely one-sided in 99% of the cases because a lot of artists go into these deals and they don't get attorneys, they don't get their contracts reviewed, and they just sign whatever it is that someone hands to them. And remember, record labels are just people. So when you're like, oh, this record label is going to make me a big star, you're just taking a gamble on a person, that the story that they're telling you of what they're going to do for you is true, and then most people don't even read the contracts. So there's a reason why a lot of people end up getting taken advantage of because they just don't even know what their contracts say from the jump.
He get you chains and a bracelet, maybe a fake grill. He get you paid and you're famous, baby, it ain't real. Couple milli think you made it, but the record label take it when you overdose on alcohol and pain pills. Give me
All right, so the record label takes it when you overdose on pain pills. And, you know, there's kind of this, I wouldn't say myth, but I know that a lot of people talk about these insurance policies that record labels were taking on artists and different acts for a long time. It was industry standard. Now, I do these big deals, right? I work with the major labels. I represent independent artists. And so I know what they look like. And insurance policies aren't that common anymore, but they used to be. And what they were was basically the record label had an insurance policy on, let's say, a rapper. So even when that rapper died for whatever reason, which was also very common, we had these guys who were dying at young age because of gang wars and overdoses, that, you know, the record labels were still making their money because they got a big payout from these insurance policies. So not that he said that specifically, but reading between the lines, that's what I think he's talking about. And, you know, a part of the question is, do record labels even go so far as to intentionally look the other way when they know that their artists have substance abuse problems, are actively putting themselves in danger? Because if something happens to that artist, guess what? Not only is there an insurance policy in place, but album sales tend to go up when an artist passes for whatever reason. Read that contract very carefully, which is a sentiment you're going to hear me say probably a couple times in this video. But even on top of that, have a will. Have it written down somewhere of what you want to have happen to your music and your estate when you pass.
a pen in the pad, I'm gonna get in the lab, I'm gonna kill him with tracks, I'ma deliver the facts, nobody holding me back, labels are tricking the fans, rappers are industry plans, everything planned. I ain't brain dead, never signed a deal, it don't make sense, never let a label manipulate what I've made yet, invading the industry independently, I break in, kill the gatekeepers with a blade, leave the gate bent, mainstream rappers see the fame, wanna break bread, so lame for sale, never sell out trying to pay rent, Illuminati puppets, the industry, hail Satan, the devil making deals, I'm gonna shake hands. Independent, underrated, these other rappers all hate it, going viral with no label.
If you haven't caught it at this point, he's obviously just saying how proud he is that he broke through these barriers and he didn't need to get to these gatekeepers and, you know, to kind of play the game. So I think he's really doubling down on the fact that he did all of this as an independent artist. And I think at the time of recording this video, I think he has something like 3 million followers on YouTube alone. So, I mean, that's quite the testament to someone who's done this by himself.
With no manager or agent, call my mama, I got commas and the money going crazy, and she crying, trying to tell me that she's happy for a baby, like, ooh, ayy, finally got that deal, got a pen in my hand, ooh, ayy, like,
I got the deal.
Who the hell I am, you can keep your cash, I'm not that broke, I won't.
All right, so it sounds like he got a record label deal or offer, which isn't uncommon, guys. I mean, these days where it used to be, you know, you pick out someone from obscurity and you make them into a pop princess, and that used to be how it was in the music industry. Now artists have to basically do it themselves. They have to get their own fan following and shows and releases and all this stuff. And then when they're at a level of success, that's when you start hearing from the record labels. And you'll usually hear from quite a few of them at once.
Don't sign no contracts, I do me. Y'all are canceled, stealing people's dreams. How can you sleep? It's all rap hoes, throwing cash in Lambos. I'm independent till I'm dead. I quit the music industry. Artists really only want to chase dreams. We're broke all our lives begging labels, please take me. Tricked us into thinking getting deals is a great thing. Spend our whole careers trying to break free.
I like what he's saying, and the analogy that I like to use is, this light at the end of the tunnel is the thing that artists want so badly. And we all think that the record labels are going to make us big stars, but what we don't realize is that that light is an oncoming train. And so in the same kind of way, Tom's just saying, careful what you ask for, because it's not going to be good. And he's obviously phrasing this as these deals will take advantage of you. You're not going to make money, and you're just going to kind of get abused in this relationship.
The fans said they love us, trying to give them music they need. Label doesn't like it, that ain't mainstream. You're looking in the mirror like what happened, man, this ain't me. I guess that I just don't see what they see. Give me a mic in the booth.
All right, so that's just talking about creative control. Okay, so as an artist, you can go and make the music that you want, but you still have to deliver it to your label. And the label has to approve it. Labels always have the final decision making when it comes to the business stuff, which is, are we going to release this? Is this a commercial product? Is it going to do well? So you put in all this hard work, you create the thing that you love, and the label says, I'm not going to release this. And he goes that, we can't feel good about ourselves looking in the mirror because we can't be our authentic artistic selves. Now, on the flip side, from the perspective of the record labels, their job is to find something that's working, pour gas on the fire, and to help accelerate it. And so for a label, they might come back and just say, I don't think this is going to work in the market, and here are the reasons why, and we have experience. And of course, they're the business people, right? They think that they're smarter than artists, and they might be in some instances. It's a very difficult thing to weigh because you have to think and understand that you're doing a business deal with another company. And that's all this is. And so understanding you're giving away some of your power as an artist is what Tom's talking about here. But you just, you have to go into it a little more with your eyes open to understand that if you're going to do these deals, it's cool. Some people are incredibly successful working with record labels, but understand what you're giving up. Understand that a part of that is you're giving up that creative control and that final say over your product that you release to your fans.
I'm gonna die for the truth, I'm gonna fight for the youth. I don't got nothing to lose, labels are hiding the proof. Look, I'ma give you a clue, Illuminati symbols are the logos major labels use. They're calling me an industry plant, I giggle and laugh. I'm the total opposite of what they want, I'm spitting the facts. I make songs about the honest things you whisper to fam. I've exposed the government, they wanna kill me for that. I put the pedophile sex cults on infinite blast. I leaked the industry secrets and I did it with rap. How dare you try to say that my intentions aren't acting, that my vision is a pillar of their intricate plan. And when to manage my decisions independent goal.
It's funny because, I think he's like, I've just kind of spoken my truth and I've said everything, even if they don't like it, and I'm calling out these record labels. But he did also say that he got a record label offer. So a part of it is that it's just business, right? These record labels are going to approach him because he's doing well. He's making money. People like him. And so labels will say, cool, let's partner up. And so I think that's kind of the contradiction that sometimes we'll say happens in the music business, but kind of tying it back to this is a music business. People running record labels have one objective, and that's to make money. And usually that aligns with what artists want too. Artists want to make money. But the piece that's missing is that creative, authentic, what I want to do, who's in control. And that's where a lot of frustration comes from. But then you add the contract on top of it. And labels have situated it so that they're going to be making the majority of the money. So that, they might lose money on most artists, but the one artist that knocks it out of the park, they're going to make a ton of cash.
No, you won't see my initials on official contracts. Independent till I'm dead or I'm a bitter old mad. Middle fingers, All
right, I gotta just call this out. I don't know if you guys caught that. I think Set Design is gonna be in trouble. So he goes, I'm not gonna put my initials. I'm not gonna sign these contracts. The prop contract that was in the music video is fully executed and signed. So I think the one they wanted to use was the unsigned copy, but we'll keep going.
A missile that they can't hold back like, ooh, ayy. Finally got that deal, got a pen in my hand. Ooh, ayy. Like, how you trying to buy who the hell I am? You can keep your cash, I'm not that broke. I won't.
So when he said you can buy who I am, he's talking about the advance that comes with these record label deals, right? So most labels will give an advance, which is like a loan. So for the artist, it always feels super exciting because the label will say, hey, I'm going to give you $50,000 to sign with us. And for the artist, like, holy crap, I've never seen $50,000. I've never, that's amazing. Let's do it. But what they don't understand is that advance is just a glorified loan that has to be paid back. So that's why you end up hearing a lot of artists say, well, I signed this big deal with even a major record label and then I never saw any money. Because the label is paying itself back until it recoups every cent that was paid to the artist on behalf of the artist. And so even in the most successful instances, artists who do well, the label paid out millions and millions of dollars, and then they have to recoup all of that from the music earnings, from other stuff that was signed for in the contract. So, he goes, I'm not going to sell myself for whatever you're offering. And he's talking about advances that come with record label offers. Now, when I'm sitting down with my independent artists who are doing really well, and we're talking about now there's going to be a huge shift in their careers. They're no longer 100% in charge. They don't own their masters. I mean, they're really giving up a lot to sign with these majors. But there are things that majors can do for you, right? There's a reason why these offers are attractive. But a part of kind of the cost-benefit analysis is, well, you're getting $50,000. How long is that going to carry you for? So I go, think about this like a job. They're hiring you to make music that the record label is going to own forever. And if they're paying you $50,000, how long does that cover? If the contract period is for 5 years with extensions and renewals and options, so really that contract ends up being 7 years, 10 years, they paid you $50,000 for the next 5 to 10 years of your life. So what, you're making $5,000 a year? $10,000 a year? So you got to really think about it and not be like, oh, this is free cash I'm getting in my pocket. No, they are hiring you to do something.
Sign no contracts, I do me. Y'all are canceled, stealing people's dreams. How can you sleep? It's all rap hoes, throwing cash in Lambos. I'm independent till I'm dead. I quit the music industry.
Now, the one thing I'll say about basically his statement, I'm always going to stay independent, that might not always be the case. You can stay independent, but as you gain fandom, following, you gain leverage. That's what it is. So as someone who is leveraged, you can come in and do deals with Universal and Warner, and it might be something like a distribution deal. I own all of my masters, you don't have control over anything, but once I deliver a product, you're going to be the partner that kind of distributes it. So it's, that may change. He might stay independent, but still do deals with labels later on in his career, and we've seen really successful artists do just that.
Miss me with all of that industry talk. Work my whole life for the things that I have. Why would I give you the keys to the car? If you just gon' drive while I pay for the gas. I ain't gon' come to your meetings no more. Told you already, ain't giving you half. Y'all can't wait to get your feet in the door. Then lock me outside while you steal from my fan.
Yeah, no, I don't think the label's taken half, guys. In most, deals with the labels, the percentage that the artist gets is between like 14 and 20% of royalties. So they actually get a pretty small piece of it. And the label ends up taking from your live shows and your merchandising and anything ancillary to your music. So it's generous that he thinks he's going to give away half, but it's a lot more than that.
Keep your cash, I'm not that broke. I won't sign no contracts, I do me. Y'all are canceled, stealing people's dreams. How can you sleep? It's all rap hoes, throwing cash in Lambos. I'm independent till I'm dead, I quit the music. Keep your cash, I'm not that broke. I won't sign no contracts, I do me. Y'all are canceled.
I've done enough music videos for my own music career, for other artists, that I know that, you're renting a studio for a day and you might throw them $500 or something like that. You got the car, they wrote on the car, I'm sure that comes off, whatever they use. But to have fire in the actual studio, I hope they had insurance that day. Guys, getting production insurance is really important. But hey, this could be special effects. I don't know. It looks real to me, though.
So stealing people's dreams, how can you sleep? It's all rap hoes, throwing cash in Lambos. I'm independent till I'm dead, I quit the music industry.
Those look like real $100 bills, too. He's like, I ain't that broke. I don't know, you seem like you're doing okay. So guys, when it comes to, you don't even need a label to shoot a music video, right? You don't need a label to put out great music and to build a successful career. It really comes down to the team. And so when you sign with a record label, you think you're getting that team. You think you're getting the people who can help with the marketing and help with the shows and help to guide your career. And in Tom's instance, even for the music video, my understanding is that he teams up with his girlfriend. She's a rapper, so she does all of his music videos. They look fantastic. And guess what? His budget is probably a whole lot less than it would be if he was hiring the people through the record label who are going to kind of pay a premium for their directors and their producers. So I'm not, look, I'm not here to villainize record labels. I'm very much about empowering artists, even if you as an artist want to become a record label. Build your own label, build your own company, but know what it is that you're doing. Understand the kind of relationship that you're getting into. You're getting into one where you're taking money, you're taking a loan, and you're agreeing to make music that you're not going to own, and you're hoping that that label does something great to help your career and to move you along. If that doesn't happen, you still gave up ownership of your music. And that's where a lot of artists get really upset because they didn't read the contract. They didn't understand. And Tom even said at the beginning of the song, basically, he can't get, the papers and the transparency from the label. And I took that to mean that he's talking about the accounting. This is 100% so common when it comes to transparency with labels. Number one, they don't give you distribution statements, right? So the actual distributor who distributed the music, they send statements to the label. The label does not give that to artists. What labels do is they then create their own statements and they go, this is the amount that you're owed. So they don't actually tell you what they paid for, what they took off the top, who they hired. They will just be very kind of blanket statements and you don't know, but you'll just get kind of, this is what you were owed. And so there's a lot of, I don't want to say confusion, but frustration from a lot of artists who go, I think I'm getting underpaid. And they don't know unless they do what's called an audit. Audits are incredibly expensive. You're contractually entitled to do that. But again, it's expensive. So there's kind of this barrier financially to do it. So for all those reasons, that's kind of what he's talking about. And a lot of really, really good points in the song and music video. So guys, for all these reasons and being an independent artist myself, I've been signed, I've been through it all. And now I'm actually a music attorney. So I literally do these deals. I see these contracts. I know what this stuff looks like and how it works out and doesn't work out for artists. And like I said at the beginning of the video, the reason why I even started this YouTube channel was because, of course, I want to hit the legal stuff. I'm going to teach you guys trademarks and copyrights and understanding contracts, but things like clearing samples, getting license deals, getting your music into TV and film, all of that stuff is very confusing and it shouldn't be. So at least there's one place that you can go that you can get that help for free. As noted, I am an independent artist. If you want to check out a little bit of what I'm up to, just search Miss Krystle on all music platforms. Don't forget to come say hi on social media. I'm at Top Music Attorney on all social media platforms. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe, turn on those bell notifications so you don't miss my weekly videos helping you with your music career. I'm Top Music Attorney, Miss Krystle. Bye guys.